Hi guys, this is Kate. My dad said that you guys were having a little bit of trouble figuring out how to set up home sharing on your iTunes accounts. But never fear, it's really simple process. When he first asked me, I wasn't really sure how to say in words how to do it. I hadn't had really the chance to play with it. A friend had set mine up when it was, the new thing to do. And I have shared with my sister and other people in the house, but she played around with it and figured it out on her own, so I wasn't really sure. Just to be able to help you guys out, I went ahead and looked at it and played with it, and it's really very, very simple. Two disclaimers. One, it's required in order for this to work that you both be on the same Wi-Fi. So what I recommend doing is getting your laptops or, if you have a stationary computer or whatever, get them in the same room, maybe on the same desk or the same, kitchen table or whatever, so they're right next to each other. And before you even open iTunes, make sure that you have your passwords entered for your Wi-Fi, and that all of those internet connection problems are taken care of. That way, if you do come across some sort of a problem, me or whoever else, more able to help you easily because you're not running into a connection problem. It's definitely an iTunes problem. I hope that makes sense. But anyway, just a reminder. And the other thing is a reminder that I am doing this on a Mac, so it is going to look a little bit different and be set up a little bit differently than what you are looking at, because I'm guessing you're both on PCs. If you're not, then this will be super easy. It should be really straightforward. It should be the same exact steps. If it's not, I may not be able to help you. I always have to reteach myself every time I get on a PC. It's like a new world. But if you do have trouble, then we'll discuss some resources. Anyway, the first thing to do is to, of course, open up iTunes after you have all your Wi-Fi set up. Open up iTunes. Mine is already open down here, so we don't have to wait for it to load. Somewhere located on your screen, you should see, your basic file, edit, view kind of menu. Mine is up here at the top. Locate where yours is and go ahead and inch on over here to the advanced menu. There should be a drop down and you should select turn on home sharing right here. Just click it once. Hopefully, since you already have iTunes and everything, you should have an iTunes account. I think it's a requirement, so probably no worries. All you'll have to do is enter in whatever your username is or your user email, and then also enter in, just like this, your password. Let me make sure I got that. Didn't look like enough, but that's right. Okay. Then you just simply click Create Home Share. This will take a second. All right, and then it'll tell you home sharing is now on. Super easy. See, just a few steps. Click Done. And then you'll see your library in front of you. Now what it should do is, once that you've authorized both computers to do home share, each of your libraries should flood into the other person's. If that doesn't happen, then there's probably a problem, but before worrying about it too much, I recommend restarting iTunes, totally closing out of iTunes and starting that again. If that doesn't work, I would totally restart your computer. Sort of to give it some time to sort of process that information, because it may be like a lot of information if you have a lot of music. Let me think. Another thing that you should know is that you can authorize up to 5 computers to share music with you. But let's say there are 3 of you. Let's say you guys have a friend named Joe. Well, you would both have to authorize Joe's computer in order to share music with him. If you all 3 wanted to have the same music, because if James home shares with Joe and he gets his music, then he home shares with Jeannie, the music that was on Joe's original iPod will just show up as gray and you won't be able to click on it and listen to it. So just keep that in mind. So the 5 computers really get used up pretty quickly. I can't really think of any other important things for you to know about that. I'd show you an example of what they look like, but obviously mine's already set up and I'm not really even sure how I do that. So if you do run into problems, there are lots of resources in place for you. The first thing I recommend doing is going to www.apple.com/support, which is right here. Something you might consider doing is something that I obviously haven't done, which is come up here and update your iTunes version if you haven't done that. Sometimes they need updates, they're technical glitches. Also down here, you're able to click over here and you can chat in real time with an Apple Genius. You can tell them what problem you're seeing and they can give you solutions. You've probably done that at one time or another. And then you can also, if maybe you've purchased an iPod within the last 3 years or an iPhone or whatever, and you purchased Apple Care on it, you can call 1-800-APL-CARE and they can talk you through it as well. If you're still having trouble, those people will probably tell you to take it to an appointment at the Penn Square Mac store. So, I think that's about it for now. I hope that you guys have figured out how to do it and that you are able to share music soon. Anyway, have a good weekend.